Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into an absolutely massive paradigm shift in video creation. We're talking about entirely new tools that are poised to completely rewire how we think about content marketing, filmmaking, and just visual storytelling in general. Seriously, whether you're a total beginner wanting to make your very first clip, or you're a seasoned creative pro, this is the playbook you really need to pay attention to. Look at this bold claim right from our source material. It says these tools will reshape the content marketing and filmmaking industry in the same way that ChatGPT reshaped writing in 2022. Think about how crazy that is. And the wildest part, Google quietly dropped these two unbelievably powerful creative engines just last week, and honestly, almost nobody truly understands the full scope of what they can do yet. Well, we're going to fix that right now. So here is our roadmap for today. We're going to meet Flow and Omni, check out the AI Creative Director, master manual video generation, and learn how to build custom AI tools. And stick around because at the end, we're breaking down the ultimate prompting formula, which includes a secret DeepMind trick you definitely won't want to miss. Let's get right into it. Okay, Section 1. Meet Flow and Omni, the new engine. Before we can start building anything, we really need to understand the engine under the hood. So Flow is this massive, comprehensive creative studio. But up until recently, it ran on an older model called Google VO. Now, VO was strictly text to video. It was powerful, sure, but you were totally limited to what you could type. Well, Google just swapped that engine out for Gemini Omni. And Omni, it is fully multimodal. That means you can throw text, an image, or literally another video at it, mix the whole shebang together, and the engine just figures out what you're trying to make. You can literally just talk to it in plain English. And you might be wondering about the cost. Zero. The barrier to entry here is non-existent. Generating images inside Flow costs you absolutely nothing. It's unlimited free image generation. And for video, if you're a pro user, they just hand you 1,000 free video credits right out of the gate. To put that into perspective, our source notes that's enough to produce a full 60-second mini ad without even burning through your balance. No way, right? So how do you actually get started without just staring blankly at a blinking cursor? Well, this brings us to a hidden little gem we like to call the Flow TV hack. Flow TV is basically this huge library of AI-generated videos made by other users, and it's sitting right there on the homepage. But here is the secret. Every single video shows you the exact prompt used to create it right underneath the clip. So if you want a specific vibe, let's say luxury, you just search that keyword. Find a visual match that you love, and you literally copy their exact prompt to use as your own starting point. You can even hit shuffle all just to get a rapid stream of inspiration. It is an absolute cheat code. Moving right along to Section 2, the AI Creative Director, Guided Creation. Look, if writing out complex, multi-layered video prompts sounds super intimidating to you, don't worry. Flow has this built-in AI agent that completely removes the technical learning curve. Imagine giving the agent this brief. Act as my creative director for a 75-second luxury jewelry film inspired by Cartier's Panther emblem. Give me a 6-shot storyboard where a midnight panther cub explores an empty library. Notice what we did there? We didn't write out lighting ratios or complex camera angles. We just gave it a role, a tone, and a quick narrative. And boom, the agent replies with a fully detailed 6-shot storyboard that's ready for you to approve. But wait, this next part is absolutely crucial. You have to remember this sequence. It's the golden rule of consistency. See, the agent won't just blindly generate all 6 moving shots at once. First, you've got to lock the character. So for us, we generate and approve the exact look of that panther cub. Then, second, you lock the location, the library. Only after those 2 visual anchors are totally locked in do you tell the engine to generate the final moving shots. Why? Because if you skip this, your final video is going to look like 6 completely different films awkwardly mashed together. By locking those assets first, your video stays flawlessly consistent. All right, Section 3, Mastering Manual Video Generation, Full Control. Now, you don't always have to use the AI director, right? Sometimes you just want that granular manual control. Let's say you start with a hero product shot, like a super macro, close-up shot of a glossy chocolate bar breaking apart for a Cadbury-style commercial. With manual generation, you can take that single prompt and push it across every social media aspect ratio instantly. Omni gives you multi-format output, 9:16 for Shorts, 16:9 for YouTube, 1:1 for your feed, and even formats for carousels. And the best part? All 5 variations generate in under a minute. And to really make a commercial work, you usually need human connection, right? Well, the secret weapon here is the Add Ingredient button. You can actually generate characters, say a cheerful child and an elderly neighbor, right in your Characters tab.
You assign them specific voices and you save them. Then, when you're generating your video, you literally just drop these saved characters into the prompt as ingredients. This permanently anchors their visual and vocal identity. They are going to look and sound identical across dozens of future shots. Actually, think about that for a second. That level of consistency used to require thousands and thousands of dollars in casting.
Which brings us to Section 4, Building Custom AI Tools, the Operating System. So Flow isn't just a basic generator. It actually operates like a massive creative operating system to streamline your whole production. Just check out these built-in solutions. On one hand, you have the Scene Explorer. You can type in a location like the 1980s Taj Mahal, pick wide shot, and instantly get these sweeping, incredibly expensive-looking drone renders. Then, on the other hand, you've got the Style Switcher, which is basically one-click aesthetic transfer. You upload a realistic image, pick a style like Studio Ghibli, and it converts it perfectly. You can literally just slide a bar back and forth between the real and anime versions in real time. But honestly, the ultimate superpower of this platform is captured perfectly right here. Turn any repeatable creative task in your business into a one-click button forever. Flow actually lets you build your own custom tools from scratch. So if your brand always uses a specific stylistic filter or maybe a certain thumbnail layout, you just build the tool once, save it to your My Tools dashboard, and boom, every single future project benefits from it instantly. It's pure workflow automation, and it's going to save you hours of repetitive prompting. Okay, it's Section 5, the ultimate prompting formula, DeepMind's secrets. So the actual engineers at Google DeepMind, the folks who built the Omni model, released an official guide on exactly how this engine wants to be spoken to. They break Omni prompting down into 5 core building blocks. First up is framing and motion, so telling the camera to glide or rush in or do a close-up. Second is style, and you want to keep this simple, like realistic or majestic. Third is lighting. Guys, lighting is the unsung hero of every great cinematic frame. Telling Omni the light source and the emotional feeling changes everything. Fourth is location, which you keep broad. And fifth is action, describing exactly how the characters are interacting. Now, I know what you're thinking. Trying to memorize that exact structure every single time you want to make a video sounds tedious, right? Well, our source shared an absolutely brilliant workflow hack for this, the Claude AI trick. Step 1. You take the URL of that official DeepMind prompting guide and paste it into Claude. Step 2, you instruct Claude to use that guide as a strict rulebook for any future prompt requests. And Step 3, you save this instruction as a permanent skill in your Claude account. From now on, whenever you need an Omni prompt, you just toss Claude your basic idea, and it instantly spits out a perfectly structured 5-block prompt optimized exactly the way DeepMind intended. It completely automates your expertise. And finally, Section 6. Start building your future. The action plan. We've seen the frameworks and the crazy capabilities, but what truly makes jumping in and taking action so accessible right now is Omni's built-in reasoning. It allows you to apply real-world knowledge instantly without having to describe things frame by frame. For example, let's say you generate a video of a boy looking at a butterfly. You can simply type, change the butterfly to a swarm of fireflies, and Omni just gets it. It executes it perfectly because it understands context. You are quite literally directing the scene in plain English, which lets your creativity flow with zero technical friction. Which leaves me with this final provocative thought for you to chew on. Will you be on the right side of the AI gap, or are you going to be wondering why you're 6 months behind? Look, the most expensive gap in the industry right now is between the people who are opening a browser tab and experimenting today, and those who are just watching explainers and waiting. So don't just wait. Open Flow tonight, build just one 30-second clip, and experience the magic for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and I'll catch you next time.